All right. So, good day to all my podcast listeners. It's me again, Brian here, and we're going to be doing our podcast, Inspiring Educators. So, for our episode, I am blessed with another educator. He is from Brazil, but he has a mix of German, European, Indian, and he is a fantastic physical educator. So let's all welcome James Buchmeier. James, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Good to hear and see from you. Actually, they cannot see you, but they can hear your positive presence. So, how are you doing today?
I'm so nervous because this is my first time doing a podcast, but I'm very appreciated to stay here. Thank you, Brian, for my first time here.
Nothing to worry, James. This is a very casual talk, and we would like to hear some inspirations from you. So, James, to start off our podcast, me and all the listeners wants to know who is James. Can you introduce yourself to us?
Okay, uh, I am a physical education teacher. Uh, I listen your last podcast, and I listen Galvan, Dr. Galvan, and she was said she was born for a teacher, but I'm not born for teacher. This is a destiny. I think this is a destiny because in my academic way, I study a lot of think about the health because in Brazil, if you study physical education, you can work in the school, but you can study in the gym. Is a normally, but I study for work in the gym, né? In the space for to work with health. But in the end of my course, I do a contest, and I can do pass, and this is my first experience in the school, and I like it. This is amazing. This is a space for experience because we have a lot of hope. We have a lot of passion because when you stay with a child and you or teenager and you said about your experience in the life, uh, what the problems in your life. This is amazing because you can understand what's happening in your city in your community because it's very common. You think it's very normal, which we have. I can say uh, uh, income because in Brazil you have a lot of person uh, don't have a lot of money. Poor person, and I work in the public school, and we have a lot of this person, and I think it's a problem when you think about the future because when you work with physical education, you use a lot of sports, but it's normally the child and teenager don't know this sport. For example, badminton or athletics. That is not common. In Brazil, it is very common. The girls play dodgeball and the boys play soccer. And when I think to do something different of this is a trouble because the boys want the soccer, the girls want the dodgeball, and I my rule is everybody play together because you can promote social emotional skills. I think this is the focus of my interview, more my work. Uh, work with social emotional skills.
Wow, that's interesting. With just by that, I really wanted to hear more from you. You're a very diverse educator. But for my second question, James, let's know, how did you end up as an educator? How did you become a physical education teacher in Brazil?
In the end of my course in the university, uh, one colleague said to me, it will be a contest, and I think, can I do this? Maybe. What I will do if I pass? This is a challenge for me because in my life academic, I don't study. My focus don't was school, but now I have. If you watch behind of me, you can see all of books. This book is about the education, and I spend a lot of times and money to to improve my skills in teacher.
That was really a nice journey. So it was a challenge, but then you decided to take the challenge, and yeah, you're already winning it. If you would allow me to say that, you're already winning the challenge as you move forward in this life. Now, let's go into my third question for you. So we've been experiencing this pandemic situation because of the COVID-19, and lots of us are finding difficulty, we are ending up, having this negative feeling. But I wanted to hear from James. How do you try, or how do you keep yourself positive most of the time? What's your secret, James?
I think is a big trouble, a big problem, but uh, we have a lot of students don't have internet, don't have a laptop, and I think is a great challenge. And I usually use uh, the playing, jokes, uh, games. I use a lot of things with technology for encourage my students to stay study because uh, in Brazil, physical education is the must subject what our child and teenager likes. This is amazing. Everybody wants hugs his physical education teacher. It's very common. I love hugs, and in Brazil we receive a lot of. And I think it's a challenge, but when you use the look in the eyes of your students and understand what it is best, what it is uh, uh, have to do, because it's very common in Brazil. Not have mother and father in the same house. Is usually child is live together with his grandmother or grandfather. It's very common, and my challenge is improve the social emotional skills for the student to stay uh, equal with his family. Uh, he can understand what he's want for his life, what he's want, and my work is work together with him for understand what he's wants.
It's really nice. Interesting because let me also share with you before. When I was, starting, before I was teaching Asian nationals, the sole purpose of teaching is just, to earn money. But hearing your idea of teaching that you wish or you wanted personally your students to learn their work, I started to remember that it is the most important thing that we can give to our students, to know their self-worth, how important they are, right? So what is their purpose? So that's a really good thing to keep yourself positive. So somehow you wanted to stay positive by giving your students or teaching your students their worth in this world. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, that's really, something new again. That's why I really enjoyed learning from different educators around the world because I learned lots of, techniques. We enjoy how did you went through this challenge because, being a teacher is a challenge, but this is one of the most noblest job in the whole world because we are inspiring minds of the future. And now, James, for a final question, okay? So, are there any techniques or tips that you can give? How do you inspire your learners? What are the things that you usually do? Do you give a certain programs? Do you give a certain lessons to them? Tell us, how does James inspire his students?
I think the purpose of the physical education is a leisure, is a funny, is a happy place, and I especially use games. I use because I think it is everything is a challenge. Uh, it's normal you don't or you can't do, for example, backflip in the gymnastics. It's very common. But if you stay in the present class, you your child you look you doing something and this is can I do this or maybe not maybe yes, but I think child please try remember uh, everything in our life is a challenge and you think I can't or I can or I can't do it, but in my class is positive things. Try, just try, because if you do something wrong, it's very common. Don't worry, this is very common. The wrong is a process of the education, and I usually use for not bullying with your colleagues because it's very common together the alums the students together uh, when somebody does something wrong is talking he can't do it, this is a bully. But in my class I banished for this because I don't like this. I think it is the wrong is a one step for you do something wrong is a common wrong is a way of your life. I which a teacher I do a lot of wrongs because if you do something you not ever do something. If you in your first time maybe you can do a wrong thing. Remember, I said for my students, positive things and try.
Wow, really inspiring. That is, something that is not taught in a formal school, right? Your determination, your positivity cannot be taught in the school. It cannot be learned by books, but it is a will from your heart. Something that another person can share from you. Just like what teacher James is doing. There is no mistake for you. Like what you mentioned, there is no wrong in trying. And I love when you said that everybody makes mistakes. And it's very difficult for others to accept that they also make mistakes. But us educators, we're very proud that we do mistakes as well. And we learn from our mistakes, just like what you've also shared. So, this is, this is really inspiring to hear from a physical educator because your focus is the health. Your focus is to build a person physically. But you are a different one, James. Why? Because you're also trying to touch their emotional, or let's rephrase it. You're touching their social and emotional aspect. That's really something that would inspire me and all the listeners we have around the globe. So this is one of a kind episode once again, James. But we're not yet done, James. I would be giving you the opportunity, okay? I'll be giving you the podcast floor. If you want to promote something, you have any things that you wanted to share? So right now, James, the podcast floor is yours. Go ahead. Tell them.
Uh, if you want to know about for Brazil or about physical education, you can add me in the Instagram, James Buchmeier, or Facebook, and you can see what I do in my school. There is very funny things. There is a, a space for education. There is a space for young. There is a space for improve your skills, and especially social emotional skills. Thank you a lot, Brian, for this space, this place. I like it for speak with you. Thank you a lot.
Much more welcome, James. This is, like I mentioned, this is once in a lifetime opportunity to talk to a physical education teacher from Brazil. Plus, you are a mix of lots of culture and you have a very unique way of teaching physical education to your Brazilian learners. So, from the bottom of my heart, James, from the whole MOOC Laguna Camp team, thank you very much. All right. All right. So that's it for this episode. We're really happy that you have been part of another episode of Inspiring Educators. And I'll see you next episode. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye, James.
Bye bye.